Hi, I'm Lanny, and this is Preserving Today, a Greener Pastures project. Today I'm going to show you how I turn a quart of kefir into a bunch of cheese. This is kefir I've had in the fridge for about 5 days and I'm not using it, so I'm going to turn it into some cheese. I'll put a link in the description to our last video showing you how I make kefir. I use these type of straining bags. They're like nut milk bags or cheese bags. They come in a variety of sizes. I use the big one for this project, and I just flip it inside out. So the seam's on the outside. That just makes it easier to clean the bag so the cheese doesn't get stuck into little creases of the bag. You have to have a bowl ready. That's going to catch the whey that strains out of the cheese. I just use a basic medium-sized bowl. It's plastic. I'm just going to spread the bag out and try to get the bottom as flat as I can so that the kefir can pour right there into the bottom. I pour slowly, and as I pour, I'm going to try to kind of pull up on the sides of the bag, and that'll just help it stay in the bottom part of the bag and not get all over the sides. I can pull the sides up and straighten things out now. You can see it's all in the bottom of the bag, and pull that drawstring closed. And it's already starting to drip whey. I like to tie the bag again. Even after pulling the drawstring, it just helps it keep tighter. Now the next step is going to be to actually hang this. The idea here is that the whey is going to seep out of the bag and the milk solids are going to stay in the bag. It's a lot like goat cheese when you're done. I usually strain mine for at least 12 hours, sometimes as long as 24. Here it is hanging. I tie it to one of my cupboard handles on my counter. I've got my kombucha started there. I've got my coffee pot. It is 8:30 in the morning, and I'm going to hang that from the handle here and just let it drip. You can see the whey collecting in the bottom. You can save that whey and use it to start other ferments if you'd like my fermented applesauce I have a video for. Now it's 7 o'clock in the morning the next day, so almost 24 hours later. And you can see that bag has shrunk in size quite a bit, and there's a lot of whey in the bottom. You can also see I bottled up some of my kombucha and started a new batch. Now try to refrain from squeezing that bag during the straining process because it just makes the cheese kind of seep out through the holes. It doesn't help anything. I just have to untie the bag. I have a small Pyrex bowl here ready to put the cheese into. I'm really careful when I open it because some of the kefir that got stuck on the sides is going to have these like dry little pieces of cheese attached to it. So I kind of scrape the bag together on the inside to try to get that all down into the bottom with the rest of the cheese. I don't worry about every little bit. It's fine. But there you can see the cheese at the bottom. It's kind of dry. Looks quite a bit like a little log of goat cheese. Now I'm going to just like flip this out and into the jar really carefully. Pull straight up and kind of shake to try to get the cheese to let go of the cloth. Now the good trick is put that bag in the sink right away and rinse it. And then if you can't wash it right away, submerge it in water. That'll prevent that cheese from drying onto the fabric, which will make it harder to wash later. Now, this stuff is good on its own as it is, or you can just mix in a little salt. I usually like to flavor it, so I'm going to add some garlic tome that we made the other day, as well as some salt. It's a local sea salt from the San Juan Islands here in Washington that I found, and it's very tasty. I use my little rubber spatula to help stir everything together. There's the tome that we made in one of my last videos, which I'll put a link in the description. This is another great way to use it. It just helps anything you want to have garlic flavor without having to peel any garlic. I usually like to eat this with cucumber slices or some type of cracker. You could spread it onto bread or a bagel. Use carrot sticks. Put it on a sandwich. Do whatever you want. You could eat it with a spoon. It's good. There you go. Creamy kefir cheese with garlic and salt. Only took about 5 minutes to finish, and I did it while I was in my pajamas. I'm Lanny, and this has been Preserving Today.